doing interviews. Do you guys mind if we ask you some questions? They're fun questions. They're not anything serious. RFK or Trump?
What?
RFK or Trump?
That's a tough one. Oh boy.
Ooh, I think Trump.
Just Trump.
I mean, I'm voting for Trump, but Trump.
Trump.
Trump. Trump. Trump. Yeah, Trump.
Trump all day.
I'm gonna say Trump. I do, however, like RFK.
Trump.
Ooh, probably Trump.
Trump.
Donald Trump. I love Donald Trump. My fiance loves Donald Trump. Trump 2024, baby.
If you were forced to vote for either Robert Downey Jr., RFK, I'd vote for Robert Downey Jr., RFK Jr. or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
Donald Trump.
Definitely Trump.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump all the way.
Trump. Trump.
Trump. 100% Donald Trump. Donald Trump too.
Donald Trump. I'm gonna say Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. For a lot of people, this is the easiest question ever, but for me personally, I've looked into research for RFK Jr. and I don't have a set decision yet. I would definitely have to research both candidates a bit more.
Donald Trump all the way.
Donald Trump.
I would pick Donald Trump.
I'm at YWLS 2024 and I'm with...
Madison.
And...
Davis.
This is your girlfriend, I'm assuming?
Yes, sir.
Did you ask her out online or in person?
In person.
And she said yes, obviously.
She did say yes.
There you go. Do you think that young men are more likely to ask women out online versus in person?
I'd definitely say it's going more online.
And Madison, you're Madison, right? Are you more likely to say yes to a guy who asks you out in person versus online?
Definitely in person.
Your boyfriend, if he didn't ask you out, would you have asked him out in person?
No, I am very much for the guy initiating.
Oh, do you hear that? She wouldn't have asked you out. You had to do all the legwork.
Hey, that's how it's supposed to be.
Would you be more likely to go on a first date with a guy if he asked you in person versus online?
Yes, I'll be more likely to go in person.
Would you be more likely to go out with a guy if he asked you out in person versus over text?
Yes, 100%. In person, of course, yeah.
Are you more likely to say yes to a first date with a guy if he approached you in person versus online?
In person, for sure, yeah.
Okay, so would you ever, in a situation, ask a guy out? If he was attractive enough?
Sadly, I have done that. But
Did he say yes?
He did say yes. No. I would probably, get to know them, but never ask them out because sometimes the woman is the one who needs to be pursued. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree with her. I want to be pursued. I want the guy to show that he wants me. I'm not going to ask him to come and ask me on a date. No, thank you.
Are you more likely to go out with a guy if he asks you out in person versus online?
Oh, definitely.
I agree, in person.
Do you think that young men have a tendency more to stick to online as far as asking out versus in person?
Yes, it's easier to hide, I feel like, behind a screen than maybe go out, but it's going out and asking them in person, I think, is a better connection. So.
Online is for hooking up, and in person is for marriage.
Would you guys ever be attracted to a guy enough that you would ask him out?
No, maybe, no.
Probably not.
Hard no, definitely not.
Or I would ask.
You would ask a guy out.
Personally, no. I'm not saying against it, but my fiance pursued me. We are very traditional Christians, live by the Bible. He loves me, he cherishes me, he pursues me, and personally, I take a very feminine role in a relationship, and we have very traditional gender dynamics. So I personally no, would not.
Would you ever be attracted to a guy enough that you would ask him out?
Yeah, for sure.
It'd take a lot for me.
Yeah, totally.
Would you ever be attracted to a guy enough that you would ask him out?
I don't think so. I think it's it's kind of like a guy's, not job, but kind of his calling to go after women, and that's kind of what God made men to do, is kind of attract a woman and bring in that relationship and that meaning to that, just wanting to do that.
Gotcha, what about you?
I just don't think I would have the confidence to do that. I mean, I've seen some attractive men, but I want them to come up to me ultimately, but...
Don't be a diva. Don't be a slut.
How much money would you need to make to be comfortable with your husband being a stay-at-home dad?
Well, yeah, I want the man to be making the money. I don't want to make the money for.
What if you made $5 million a year? Would you let your husband be a stay-at-home dad?
No, we're getting divorced.
Wow. Okay.
He can make $10 million. And that'll be great. But I don't know if I want to be the breadwinner.
Do you think that Donald Trump is a good role model for young men?
In some ways.
I was gonna say the same thing.
I think he definitely has different attributes that are good, like driven and determined and has good business ethic. But as far as like moral things, maybe not the best.
Yes, for sure.
I would say definitely some of his qualities. I mean, obviously he's not a perfect person, but I'd say generally, yeah, he's made some mistakes, but generally his good qualities and his bravery throughout his presidency, I would say, yeah.
Definitely, I think he's strong. I think he's confident. I think we need more strong, confident men who know what they want and go after it.
I think there are a lot of principles that young men could stand to learn from Donald Trump on. I would agree with that.
Okay. Do you think Trump is a good role model for young men?
No.
Well, it really depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about, in terms of being masculine, in terms of being a business leader, in terms of being, ambitious, then certainly for a lot of those masculine qualities, he is a good role model, but I also think that there are a lot of things that he lacks.
Do you think that Donald Trump is a good role model for young men?
For young men, I think that's a very loaded question. I think there are leadership opportunities that he can be a role model in, but as far as like some personal items, probably not.
No.
Oh, definitely not.
Okay.
Yes, for sure.
I think he knows what he's doing financially, and that's not a bad place to start.
I think he is a better role model than Joe Biden. DeSantis is a better role model for men than
Okay.
Yes, I do. I think he started his own business and became like a billionaire building things, so I think so.
Finance bro, trust fund, 6'5", or blue eyes, which are you picking?
Loves Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior, then finance bro.
There you go.
I'll say finance guy.
6'5".
Finance.
Finance bro.
I think the finance.
The money. There we go.
I have a tendency to pick tall guys, so I guess I'm going to go with that because that's a good sign of masculinity, a good provider.
6'5". It's over for short guys.
I am very tall. Oh gosh, I'll go with 6'5".
I'm married already, so.
What is he have?
Oh, I still.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Is he in one of those?
Is he one of those?
Not really. He has hazel eyes.
Amazing man.
He's so great, though.
He has hazel eyes, but he's so great.
He's so great. He's not 6'5".
But he's so great, right?
Yeah, he's really great.
Okay. Trust fund?
I guess trust fund.
There you go.
Baby blues. I don't know, maybe the finance makes it himself.
6'5" guy.
6'5". My boyfriend has blue eyes, so always the blue eyes.
Ooh, 6'5".
There you go. It's over for short guys.
6'5".
Excuse me, sir. How tall are you?
6'7" Kevin, sir.
There you go, 6'7". Do you think that gives you an advantage over short dudes like me?
Generally, yeah.
It's over. Shit.
Yeah, if I want to talk to y'all, I'll just like kind of grab and lift you so I can make even eye contact.
All right, I'm going home.
Blue eyes. I've definitely heard this TikTok. Probably finance.
Finance.
No.
I'm going trust fund.
Blue eyes. I think finance.
6'5". Finance for sure.
Can I say all of the above?
No, only one that's cheating.
I guess finance.
There you go.
I know this trend too. I'm gonna go ahead and say all three. Come on now.
No, you can only pick one.
Okay, then I'm gonna do 6'5".
Okay.
Blue eyes.
I would say trust fund, hoping that he has a good personality.
I don't know, I guess trust fund, I'm not sure. I think the biggest value I want in a man would be that he has trust in God.
Trust fund.
I'm looking for a man in finance. Trust fund. 6'5".
Wear a little makeup. Wear a nice dress. Like, brush your hair in the morning. Just make a little effort.